team in a way. And everything we're going through right now, I just think this is the perfect time to basically not give up on yourselves, because a lot of times coming into this business, a lot of things you're doing is not comfortable for you. And I get that. It was very uncomfortable for me too, but that's a decision you're going to have to make. Is it worth it? Am I doing it for all the right reasons? Is my family's life worth me sacrificing the things I'm going through right now? Because you have to think about it. If you don't do it now and you let time pass and then you look back on your life, you don't want to live with that regret of not knowing what could have happened if you just really stepped up to the plate and did what you needed to do. And I always tell my team, don't think of WFG as your final goal or your career. You're doing a career change into this business. You're doing WFG because this is a platform that could get you where you need to go in life. Because coming from a business background, I always talk about this. The way you make money here, no business platform gives you that opportunity. The passive income, the residual income, especially with the millennials, I always talk about it like, if Social Security is going to run out, what's going to happen to our generation? What's going to happen when they're ready to retire with no retirement plans? So what we really do for families is very important, but I think it all comes down to you and what you really decide you want out of your life. That's why I put unleash the beast out of you, because I think if you don't make that decision, somebody else is going to make that decision for you, and you don't want to be that person. So I'm going to talk a little bit. Some might be disturbing, but I think if you don't get disturbed, you won't move. So just bear with me. I don't want to go the wrong way and it be the last slide. Can you guys close your eyes for a minute? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, guests are out. Okay, well, Donald and Estrina, guests are out. What isn't it going?
No, click it.
It just came up and said number one self-mastery.
There you go.
There you go.
Click the other button. Down. There you go.
Okay. Chandler, do they got the slides too or no?
They won't have the slides. You'll have to.
Okay. Can we put this like, yeah, so I could see what I'm saying? Wow, on here it's a little on top of each other. Okay. We're just gonna have to go through it as much as I can. Okay, the first thing is self-mastery. What I talk about is, first I would say control the first 20 minutes in the morning. So a lot of people, what do they do when they first wake up? What's the first thing they do? Check their phone, go on Instagram, and do all of that, right? But honestly, thinking about it, like, I decided that, you know what, I'm gonna pray first, because when you pray, you get a clear thought of what you want out of life, and you pray about the things you're grateful for. Two, thanks to KP, I started meditating, which I never did before, but I realized that it's helping me throughout the day as far as like having a clear mind and not having negative thoughts in there, and really realizing how my day is gonna play out. I started reading more, which I never used to do. But these are some of the things you could do. Listen to a podcast or like that video. Literally, since I heard of it, I've been playing that every single day. So every time you're down on yourself, or an appointment didn't go well, or someone quit on you, or someone canceled on you, like, that's a good way to get you back up, because one person cannot determine what you need, what you want out of life. I love to work out, and I think that's a great way to balance your mind. Being mental, I could develop a workout health plan that can sustain for longer than 2 weeks. So like they say, it takes 21 days to create a habit. So working out is one way that I expose like my mindset as to like being mentally tough. Being in the gym, like it makes me I have a more effective day. So I work out 3 days a week. I try to eat healthy. And it becomes, you become stronger mentally, you become stronger personally, because you think of all the things that, you know, could have stopped you, but you got that extra 30 minutes to yourself to basically develop time into yourself, because if you don't do the first step, the rest of the things I'm going to talk about doesn't really matter. Become self-motivated and convicted. Conviction creates curiosity. Write down your goals. Who has a written plan and goals that they actually read twice a day? Yeah, you gotta read it twice a day. Who works out at least 3 times a week? Okay, that's good. Who actually prays or meditates or reads often? Okay, there you go. So like these are some of the things that are gonna help you in the future because like I said, these are minor things in your life that could later on make a major change. So that's one of them. 2 is self-confidence. No one is you and that is your power. Don't ever compare yourself to someone that's making 4 or 5 million in this business. Why? Because the only thing they have on you is time and experience in the business. That's the only difference between you that's not making money or making an extra 3,000 or making a 5,000 or making 10,000 a month to someone that's making annually 4 or 5 million. The only thing they have on you is time and experience. That's it. But with the new technology, with these Zoom calls that we're doing in our office, with our team, actually, I won't say in the office, in our team, and everything we're doing, like the millennial generation, I feel like that's the reason why our team's growing faster than anybody else's, because we're taking advantage of technology. Now, technology could be a good thing and a bad thing. Social media could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you use it. If I was on social media and all I posted was me out drinking 24/7 and all of that, do you think anybody would trust me as a financial professional or want to buy anything from me? No, right? But if I keep posting how my team's winning and how everybody on my team's making money and how we're growing and how we're dominating, do you think people are going to follow me more? So always be aware, like I don't want to tell you what to do with your life. I'm not here to do that. But these are some of the things you should reconsider what you post, because the people that said no to you still watch what you're doing. The people that, were that negative Nancy still want to know and curious, oh, did she make it or did she already quit? Did she do this? Or you get what I mean? So it's like, end of the day, like no one is you and that's your power. Always know that. Accept yourself and know yourself. I am good enough. I am the best. I am a leader. Like, talk to yourself as if you've already made it, because end of the day, if you can't change your own image about yourself, how do you expect to actually change as a human being? But if you see yourself as that already, then you're more gonna adapt more to that change than necessary. Keep the promises you make to yourself. And I think this is gonna be very important in the next 4 months. Because if we're running for CEO, this is one thing that everyone on our team needs to have, because if you keep the promises you make to yourself, if you're not licensed, make sure you make that promise in the next 10, 15 days of getting licensed. If you made that extra $1,000, if you need to make that extra $1,000, keep that promise to yourself and actually do it. If you already made that 1,000 and you're going for 5, keep the promise to yourself and do it. If you don't have any recruits or no team, you have 1 business partner a month, and then next month compete with yourself to go get 2 and 3. And in the beginning, my mom could validate. That's exactly what I was doing. I was competing with nobody in this office. I was competing with myself, because I was like, okay, in this month, if I did 1, I could do 3 next month. If I did 3 next month, I could do 5. Because you get into routine, you already know what you're doing. But if you don't even start, how do you expect to get anywhere? So keep the promises you make to yourself. Stop accepting mediocre, have high standards. This is one of my favorite lines, because a lot of people after this elite phase kept asking me, like, why do you keep going for MVP? Like, you know what it is. And I said, listen, I'm not even competing with you, but I have high standards for myself. I'm not going to lower my standards because no one wants to compete with me. Like, that's not who I am. I've always had high standards for myself. But end of the day, it's like, don't ever think that you have to, if someone in the office, like Chandler is a good example. The highest recruiter in the office was like 4. Chandler hit 10 last month, personal. So it's like, if he was competing with someone that hit 4, his cap would have been 4 and stop, right? So think of it that way. If you haven't started workout 3 times a week, read 1 book a month, do that extra appointment. I always say it's not going to come down to big changes. It's going to come down to small changes. If you work a 9 to 5 and you go home and you don't put any time into WFG, the likelihood of you succeeding is very slim to none. But if you afterward go home, shower, change, and go on a 1 appointment, 1 drop by, one extra thing, like what I used to do, that's how you're gonna basically take over and basically build this business. I used to work at my restaurant 13 hours a day, go home, shower at like 7, call my mom and be like, look, I got this appointment, you have to come. I would shower and like just go. Because I was like, you know what? If I make excuses for myself that I just worked a 13-hour shift, then they're gonna be like, okay, like I wouldn't get anywhere in this business. But I did that extra, and it added up and added up. And some appointments, honestly, I just referred because I couldn't even leave work. I just referred, edified her, and I was like, hey, you're gonna meet with this lady, blah, 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 blah. And basically just said it, and she would go and close or recruit or whatever the case is. But if I didn't do that extra, I wouldn't be here today. So I put this quote up, have faith and trust God, because I think that's very important. And I think I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. I think that's very important because a lot of times we have self-doubt. We don't think we could do this business. We don't think we could talk. We don't think we could be that extra salesperson. We don't think we could do that extra appointment. We don't think we're good enough. But why not? Why not? Compare yourself to the people that made it in this business that don't know English, that don't know how to even check their commission, that don't know how to even write a policy, that made it in this business. So if they can do it, why can't you do it? So always think about that. Like, don't ever doubt yourself ever, no matter what happens. I put this up, and I'll go through it. I actually sent a massive text to some of my friends, and I wanted to know what they thought of me. So it's create your identity. Identity drives your behavior. So some of the things they said about me that I agree with were that I'm a strong leader, that I'm ambitious, I'm caring, confident, risk taker, business-minded, dependable, culture of loyalty, a person with integrity, hardworking, never takes no for an answer, independent, and winning is in my DNA. And ask yourself, when people describe you, how do they describe you? What do they think of you the second you walk away? Do they think you're a great leader if you have a team already? Do they think that, I could trust this person with my family to take them on appointments? Do they doubt you? What do they think of you? Like, that's going to be very important in how you carry on this business. And obviously, I put our team picture because without a team, you're nobody. And I think that with this team and where we're headed, it's like we're going to be one of the most unstoppable teams. And we came up with Team Takeover because I think that's what we're about to do. So think of, create this identity where people want to be around you. Create this culture where you're winning and you want people around you, because if you're not winning, no one's going to want to be around you. Or like if I'm telling KP, hey, KP, get 3 recruits this month, but I'm not doing anything, you think he's going to listen to me? He's going to be like, you're not even doing it. Why are you telling me to do it? But if I'm telling him, hey, let's do it, let's get you to your next promotion, and he sees I'm already doing the same things and even more. I always say, you want your team to follow you, you got to do 10 times more than what you expect them to do, because end of the day, it's gonna come down to how bad you want to win in life. It's not about WFG. 4 is becoming a leader. You have to be a good follower before you can be a good leader. Get rid of your ego or stay broke. You get to choose. And this comes to when you start the business. In the beginning, you don't know anything, right? You come into business, you don't know anything. The person that recruited you, you probably trust that person, or you trust someone in this office that you basically stayed. Because if there's no trust, there's no reason why any of you guys are here today, if you didn't trust the person that recruited you. So in the beginning, I didn't know anything, and I didn't want to know anything because I was so busy. I was just strictly working on referrals. I got licensed, and I was referring people to my mom. And then it came to a point where I went on a couple of appointments with her. I was like, this is easy. I could do this. This is not hard. She legit was closing deals left and right by just explaining what the product did. So I got rid of my ego, because if I came in here with an ego, okay, I already make enough money. No, I think Donald
Industry.
No, I don't have it.
Who is the Donald doesn't have it?
He's stuck downstairs.
Who is?
Oh.
Well, you could stay there. That's his fault for going. Oh, wow. This is one of my favorite things, because some of you know my mom's story and some of you don't. But stop feeling entitled and take full responsibility of your business. And when my mom came into business, most of you know, most of you don't know. Her leaders didn't know much about anything. So she had to self-teach herself through this business. And it came to a point where it was like she was doing more, getting more results, but she never blamed her leader for not knowing anything. She would just call and find out on her own. And when I came into the business, sometimes she would do that to me. She'd be like, no, call and find out so you learn. I'm like, okay, fine. And she knew I was busy, and like it would make me mad in the beginning, but I realized why she did it. But don't ever think, oh, it's not my fault. My leader didn't teach me this. True leaders aren't given anything. They take what's theirs, seek the responsibility and pressure of being the leader. So I could validate for Anna. Anna would never come and ask us dumb questions, literally. Like, and no question is dumb, but some stuff that I hear in the office that they ask their leaders, I'm like, you really wasted their time with these questions? Like, think about, like, don't waste your leader's time. Always ask valuable questions. If you're going out on appointments with them, pick their brain in the car. Like, do all of that. Sorry. Never be content. Always be uncomfortable. Always be chasing the next version of yourself. So this means to me is like, if I was here and I made 100K, whatever, okay, and I was comfortable and I stopped there, my team would stop. I want to be moving forward. But when I'm uncomfortable and I don't like where I'm at, which right now, my mom could validate, I hate where I'm at right now. Like, everything we're going through, I hate where I'm at. Like, every day bothers me that we're at this level. But people died to be here, but I hate it. So it's like, if I don't seek the next version of myself, we're going to be stuck here forever, and I don't want that. Seek new knowledge daily. So it's funny because the other day I opened up my Pulse, not my Pulse, my WFG. I went to CEO, and then after you click on it, it tells you how many percentage. But then when you go, it tells you like, it's like 8 to 10 bullet points of like the details how to get to CEO that, you know, you're thinking it's just the points and the SMDs, but then it says out of the 1 million points, 450,000 need to come from you personally. And like it tells you the 6 different legs you need to have and all the MDs you need to have and all of the qualifications, but they don't tell you on the main page. So it's like, I was reading that and I was like, okay, it's more to just 1 million points. I'm thinking, okay, we're just gonna hit 1 million points. We're gonna be a CEO team and that's it. But like, you always seek new knowledge. Dreams are conquered in your comfort zone. People are attracted to people who can teach them something new. Like I said earlier, like you're here today because you want to learn something new. And something I said or Serena said that might have hit you home and been like, yeah, I learned something today. A lot of people be like, oh, why aren't you guys teaching us product trainings or this and that? Why? Because if your mindset is not right, doesn't matter how many products you know, you're not going to get anywhere. And client by client, you're going to learn these products on the field and out and about. But if I teach you everything about the business, you're not going to want to be here. You're not going to want to know everything. But if your mindset is right, doesn't matter how we put this business, you're going to get through it. So that's another thing. Becoming a leader. So have mental toughness and always overcome adversity. Do you guys think I'm mentally tough?
Yes.
And I think that comes from playing sports, honestly. I always hated losing. Every time I would lose a game, like in high school, and I used to go home, and my parents would be like, "Boy, you lost again?" And when they didn't support me, I was like, first you don't come to my game, and then you talk shit because I lost. So then that would make me even more mad, and I would go to the gym and start practicing more and doing all the things. But like, I think that's what taught me how to be mentally tough. And like, I feel like in life, if you really want to be successful, you have to be mentally tough because you're going to go through so many ups and downs. So many people are going to try to get you out of your game, talk shit to you, and say things that aren't true. But I feel like when you're mentally tough, you could get through anything. True leaders look to adversity as a learning tool. Right now, I would say we're going through a lot of adversity in our business right now. But I think that this is the only way we're going to grow. And I'm thankful for it. In the beginning, I was super mad about it. But now I'm thankful for it because I know that where we're headed and where we're going. Your reason to win is bigger than your problems. Always think about that. Like if right now your last, I don't know, 20 bucks you put gas to be here, or whether like you spent that last $100 to join the business, those are gonna be blessings you're gonna look up to later on. Most of you guys were at Competitor, you saw like some of the big giants that made in this business literally came from nothing. Literally came from nothing. So you always have to think about that. Like I saw my parents struggling too. I don't want that for my life. So it's kind of like I'm doing it for that reason. I don't want my parents to work anymore. I want my mom to override me the most. So some of the things I do that, you know, like, yeah, I have a lot of problems. Things don't always go right. This whole summer, Peppers wasn't doing as good because school was out. But like if I looked at it as a problem and not have a solution, I probably would have been closed by now. Another example, like my restaurant got broken into like 6 times. Lost a lot of money. For a while, I didn't even have insurance because no one would insure me. But if I looked at it as a problem, then I wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't still be open. I went through 6 lawsuits at my restaurant. One lawyer took like $20,000 from me and she didn't even go to court for me. But I feel like those are all learning experiences and those are the reasons why it's doing good now. But if I gave up on my first year, who knew where I would be today? And I want to say this because it's like a lot of people think, oh, because you work a 9 to 5 and you're already tired, like, man, I run a restaurant. That's the hardest business to keep. So when people give me excuses, I'm just like, man, you're not ready. But it's nothing personal. It's just, I know they could do more. And I don't want to be that person. Like certain people I can't push, so I'm just like, I know you could do more. And I'm nice about it. But certain people, I'm like, get your butt moving. You could do more. Like, you don't need to settle for less. So I just need to know who I could play that with and who I can't. Have a vision. And right now we know what our vision is and where we're going. Talk about where you're going, not where you're at. So like I said, we know exactly where we're going next 4 months, what we need to do. You guys had a powerful meeting last Thursday. So starting September 1st, we talked about it earlier in the leadership meeting. You have to be obsessed about where we're going to go. We have to have 6 SMDs. We need to have a lot of ring earners, watch earners. So these are the vision I have for our team. But I could have this vision, but if nobody moves, I can't really do much by myself. So it's going to come down to how bad you want it. Have heart. People don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. And I think caring is one of the most important things in this business. Even when you're sitting down with a client, stop talking too much numbers. Talk about what this product could do for them. Talk about what it could leave for their family, what legacy you could leave, what it could do. But if they feel like, oh, you're just being a salesperson and just pushing a thing so you can make that extra $1,000, they're not going to buy from you. 100% they're not going to buy from you. Build a culture that they accept love and loyalty, and I feel like our team has that. That's why I put that up there, because I feel like we have a team full of loyal people that we all love each other and we accept each other for who they are. We're a good team player together, and I think that's very important. That was 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I can't go like one slide over. Have gratitude is my last one. You can't be fearful and grateful. You're too scared to prospect, but you thank God for this opportunity. I put that up there because a lot of people say, oh my God, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Like, I see the big picture. Like, I know what I'm doing, but don't bring a guest. Don't set any appointments. Don't get licensed. Like, I don't trust you. Because if you're saying you're thankful for it, but not doing anything to prove that you're thankful for it, it's going to be taken away from you like that. Doesn't matter if you're in this business. Doesn't matter if you're in another business. Imagine you open up your own store or your own something, but you were never there. You expect that place to be successful? No, because you're thankful for it, but you're not putting in the work for it, so it's going to be taken away from you. And someone that's working extra hard for that is going to come and basically do the same thing, but better than you. Be grateful for the good and the bad because it's preparing you for the end of the journey. Things happen for me, not to me. And that took a while for me to adapt to that. A lot of times I would like, when my restaurant got broken into or I was going through a lawsuit, I was like, man, why does this keep happening to me? and I kept saying it and blaming it and blaming it. Or like the first time my restaurant got broken into, I already had like the thing that it's gonna get broken into again and again. And then I had to go see like a spiritual healer. Like I had major anxiety and all of that. Like my phone had to be on 24/7. But I kept thinking things were happening for me. I mean, things kept happening to me, and I kept like blaming myself for a lot of things that I had zero control over. So even in this business, don't like if someone quits on you, who cares? There's 40 million people in California. You worried about one person quitting on you? I always tell my team the same thing. Like I'm like, if they quit on you, they're the ones that lost the opportunity. Like if you're not taking a loss, they are, because end of the day, what you're giving them, their own family members aren't giving them. So, except my case, my mom did. Wherever there is appreciation, there will be duplication. Not wasting your leader's time, be appreciated. And this comes down to like, whether you're new in the business, whether you've been here for a while, like appreciate what people do for you. Because a lot of times these people don't have to do anything for you. And a lot of times, like growing up, you think your parents are supposed to do this for you, do that for you, but technically speaking, they could just put a roof over your head and you got to figure out the rest. But all the things they do for you, you need to appreciate it, because if you don't appreciate it, it's going to be taken away from you. Like there was times I legit, I'm not lying. Actually, I'll talk about it. A couple months ago, one of my business partners, she got licensed. She was actually I recruited like 9 people for her on her team, and she kept blaming me for things she didn't know. But the thing was, 1, she wasn't coming to meetings. 2, she never set any appointments for me to go on field trainings with her to teach her anything, but I was the blame for why she didn't do anything in this business. So I said, you know what? Bye. Don't waste my time. Like, I don't care. You're just one extra person. Like, I would love to help you, but I'm not going to be the one that's going to keep begging you to stay. You don't have to stay here. Long story short, she ends up leaving, going to another firm. But mind you, she's changed like 10 careers by now, and I'm not talking shit because I could say it in front of her face. But recently, she tried to recruit one of my business partners, which is crazy. So it's like, but old Flora would have went off, but new Flora, I just send them love now. Not having gratitude is a blessing blocker. I always say, always thank God for everything you got in your life, because you never know when something or someone could be taken away from you. And losing my aunt was probably one of the worst things that happened to me, but I think it was probably taught me a lot about myself, and I did appreciate her, but I feel like I could have done more to show my appreciation for her. But now it's like, I know she's watching and she's happy for me. So never take anything for granted, because you never know when they're gonna leave. I think, okay.
No, teacher.
To change the atmosphere, I hope you guys learned some things today. I'm gonna bring up V, who's my powerful Aquarius brother. And this is something that we thought about for a while with our team, with the leadership on our team. And I think with the CEO running and everything that's happening, this is exactly what we need. Qualifications will be announced soon, but we will go over the rest. Thank you, Flora.
Man, how you guys doing?
Great.
How you guys doing? Great. It's Thursday.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Listen, man, I don't know what you guys see